starting every episode with a beer. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of DT Podcast. How is everybody doing today? I'm on one today, guys. I am on one. Podcasting fucking sucks. Podcasters fucking suck. I'm aware of the irony of that statement from what I am right now and who I am right now. But I'm on one today. It's weird. I got a sore throat, and anytime I have a sore throat, you got to do an episode. You got to bang one out. It's like the Morgan Freeman of my apartment. You know what I mean? Guys, I don't know if this is going to be a short episode or a long episode. I don't know if it's going to catch people or if people are just going to turn and like tune out within like a minute. But fuck, dude, I watch nothing but episodes of podcasts, right? That's where I get a lot of my information. A lot of it's comedy, a lot of it's really intellectual, a lot of it is news. But majority of podcasters fucking suck, right? I've looked at data. Do you say data where you're from or data? I've looked at data on what has traction, what doesn't have traction, what hashtags work, what doesn't work, what shouldn't you say, what should you say, what way do you have to say it, and it all fucking sucks. I started the podcasting knowing what it was to talk on an episode, you know, knowing what you kind of need to say to keep people interested. Controversy keeps people interested. Edgy type stuff keeps people interested, but you can't be too edgy. You can't be too controversial because then you get cancelled. And that fucking sucks, right? Pandemic stuff. All the podcasts that I know and love were all talking about stuff prior to what we knew about the pandemic, and they were all cancelled and blacklisted, ghosted on fucking all platforms because it was false and harmful information. It all turned out to be true. Podcasting fucking sucks. I don't know, man. I started podcasting over a year ago now, and I love it. I love doing it. I love setting up. I love talking. I love ending. I love guests. I love posting it, seeing the reaction, looking at the feedback. But podcasting fucking sucks, dude. What's wrong with Dave? I'm actually not. I'm not in a bad place. I've just reviewed over the last 6 hours, what I was going to talk about, and it all went in the toilet. And I just thought it went in the toilet because podcasting sucks. And then I thought, do an episode on why podcasting sucks. I used to love watching The Fighter and the Kid. That's where, like, Joe Rogan, Fighter and the Kid, Two Bears, One Cave, Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. Chris D'Elia, congratulations podcast. And dude, what the fuck has happened with the podcast scene in America? Like, there's one word that we all kind of stay away from as non-racists, right? And that, say it with me, is the N-word, right? I don't use it. I don't want to use it. I don't need to use it. I don't do it to be edgy. I don't want to use it to get traction. I don't want to potentially be cancelled and lose everything. But it's kind of like the one word we stay away from. Not because we can't say it. Not because we shouldn't say it. But it's that we just don't need to say it, right? And that's the one I adhere to as a non-racist. But there are people out there so fucking triggered about everything that now everything has been labeled as racist. And there are real racists walking around going, hey, dude, we're laughing here. We're blending in because everyone is now racist because of this. Context has nothing to do with it. Opie and Anthony. Go watch an episode of Opie and Anthony where they talk about the N-word. Good God, it breaks it down beautifully. But the thing about podcasting nowadays is that there's so many other words that are not allowed to be said because YouTube specifically is the babysitter of the internet. They deem certain topics and certain words, they basically are telling you that you are not stable or capable enough to hear that word and to get on with your daily life. And podcasters now, when insulting each other, do not use the word retarded because people have taken it and have said, you're now making fun of people with certain physical or mental handicaps. You're not allowed to use that word because you're insensitive towards that section of society. Okay. No, that's not the case at all. Happy to explain it further if you want, but you're stupid for getting triggered by using that word. Okay? And I'll break it down even further because podcasters now have thought that they've gotten so fucking smart that they're revamping or stealing another word to replace that word, and it's called redacted. And anyone with a brain knows that redacted is when you take a document and you black out or white out other words that you don't want the other person to read. You're redacting on that document. But they're taking it and replacing it with, they're replacing retarded with redacted. We know what you're saying. Louis C.K. has a great joke about this, using it with the N-word. He's like, no, take responsibility for the words that you're using because now you're putting it in my head. Why do I have to say this in my head? Because I know what you're trying to say, right? It sucks, dude. During the pandemic, you weren't allowed to say death or deaths on episodes of podcasting because YouTube would demonetize, would blacklist. What's the word? Shadow ban your episode because you use the word deaths, and people can't hear the word deaths because they're not capable or strong enough to get on with their daily life. Because if they hear that word, they're going to go crazy. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube, the fucking babysitter of the internet. You have to say unaliving. They have been unaliving. And if you say that, someone will hear that, know what you mean. It sucks, dude. Every hot topic, every hot button issue has so much editing, redaction, and censoring. It sucks, dude. Every time you go on Instagram Reels and it's a clip of a podcast, every second word is highlighted. If they could be talking about sex and the text, the subtitle is SEGGS. Segs. It fucking sucks, dude. We're going to live in a world of censorship in about 10 years. In 2033, we're not going to be allowed to talk at all on the internet. It's going to be insane. And podcasters are at the forefront of it because this is what we're doing. We're pushing out the content for you to consume. I consume it too. And podcasting fucking sucks. And podcasters absolutely fucking suck. We're all just trying to be Joe Rogan with our baseball hat and our big headphones. You know what? That's what I got to say about that. It's much more comfortable now. It's warmer in here anyway. But yeah, Brendan Schaub, the fighter and the kid, used to be hilarious. Fucking sucks now. Ugh. Blah. Bert Kreischer, when he was with Bill Burr, the Bill Burr podcast, awesome. Now that they've gone their separate ways, fucking sucks, dude. Opie and Auntie went their separate ways. Sucks. Chris D'Elia, congratulations. He's all right. Google that guy. Burt Green, the Burt Locker, he's all right. Check out that guy. Anna, the spiritual analyst. She's good. Check out that girl. But generally speaking, the podcast scene, it absolutely fucking sucks. And I'm just sitting here going, do I want to be part of this world anymore? Or do I be an outlier? Continue along the path of righteousness and speak the way I want to speak and not be censored or worried about the shadow banning because Dave said a word that we don't believe that his followers or listeners will know what to do or think when they hear him. Fucking bullshit. I don't know, man. So it's just one thing after another now. And like, what do you do? What are you supposed to do? Because I see the bigger podcasters out there with 10,000 subscribers and like 50,000 views with their clickbait triggering fucking title on their episodes, still complaining about the algorithm not pushing their stuff, even though they're censoring everything controversial and still talking about the topics that are forbidden or just a little too edgy. Makes no sense. But I don't know, man. What do you think? What should I do? Like every podcaster fucking has to say, make sure you like the episode. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments. It sucks, dude, because that's what gets you traction. I don't give a fuck what people think in the comments. You want to comment, I like it. I'm not going to go into a debate with you. If you want to debate me being a guest on the episode or whatever, but this is the shit part of podcasting that people are afraid to talk about. People are afraid because they won't get pushed. They won't get pushed on the algorithm. They won't get traction. They won't get bigger. Well, guess what? Not looking to get any bigger. You want to listen. If you don't. You think it's good? Send it to a friend. Hey, check out this guy. DT knows what's going on. Fast forward like 10 years, $100 million deal with Spotify. That'd be nice. I don't know, guys. I don't even know what to say after I've just said everything because I don't want to be disingenuous. I'm sitting here just livid at the very people that I started podcasting, like the main reasons I started podcasting. I haven't watched an episode of The Fighter and the Kid in weeks because everything a few months ago was just god awfully and not funny at all. Joe Rogan, I still watch a lot of his episodes. Like I try not to miss an episode, but he's the leader of the pack. And you see what happens when he moves to Austin, Texas. All the big podcasters and comedians in America now are moving to Austin, Texas. So it's literally just follow the leader. And that takes away then from the individualism and the main reason I like all these other guys, because they don't follow the ringleader. Like it's just like you've just demonstrated you've fucking folded under the pressure. Your main guy goes from Los Angeles to Austin, Texas, and you follow like a little bitch. Am I too hard on podcasters? Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't know. I like to spend a day or two thinking about what my next episode's going to be like, because obviously not part of the gym anymore. It doesn't need to be about fighting and fitness, but it can be. Upcoming fights might have Burke Green on soon, and new episodes. I don't know. The world is at my oyster. I was about to say the world is my oyster. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit subscribe because we need to grow this. And don't forget to hit the notification button because then you'll never miss an episode. Like you give a fuck about missing another episode. Let's be honest. We're not that important. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, I'm looking for more and more guests because I don't necessarily like these little rambles and rants. And I don't know, am I coming across as a bit of a douchebag? an angry, demotivated, self-loathing podcaster? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But that's enough for me today, guys. A short episode. I don't even know how long I've done. So thank you very much for listening. If you stuck with me through this entire episode, you are my target market. You are my audience, and I don't want nothing from you. Excuse me. I don't want your money. I don't want to push you in a product to a product for sponsorship. I don't want to push the sponsorship to people who don't give a fuck about the product, who's not going to buy the product anyway, just so I can get more numbers. It doesn't make sense to me because it's disingenuous. And if there's one thing about me, is genuine. Take care, guys. Rock and roll.